Before working with me, what were the challenges, the concerns you had regarding the property?
Well, the challenges and concerns were we had seven owners. We had a deed from the mid 1800s, and our names weren't on it. So it was like even though we were getting offers to purchase the land, everybody there was no interest in taking the steps needed to go through that difficult process, except for your company. You're the only one that stayed with it.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, basically, this leads into the second question is like, what made you decide to, work with me in my business instead of any of the other options?
You have a proactive can-do approach, and that's the way I am too. It's easy to bail on things when they get a little difficult, and you never showed that.
Thank you for saying that. How would you describe the process of, working with together, basically start to finish? Like,
Well, I described the process as it was very useful with all the modern communication technology, texting, emails, DocuSigns, with the exchange of documentation. I mean, it's modern times, and you seem to be right up on the all those mechanisms because
gotcha.
you were very on board with the modern technologies that are available to us. Some of my
Um,
family, that's when we were having trouble.
yeah, I mean, there were a lot of parties here and a lot of, seven different parties to consider, and everybody has their own, you have to meet everybody where they are. So some people were texted, some people were emailed, some people were phone called, but, ultimately, we got it done.
Yep.
Were there any surprises, good or bad, along the way? And how were they handled by me and, my team?
The challenge ahead of us, we had a deed from like I said, mid 1800s, and our names aren't on it. And a lot of the folks that it passed through, in fact, almost all of them are dead except this current generation. So it surprised me that it got done.
I'm thinking about the property itself and the fact that it was landlocked, so there was no road to it that was really public available. And that was a pretty, we knew that going in, and that another thing that I remember was once we had established the chain of title over the last century and a quarter, to satisfy the title insurance company, then we had to go get estate documents from New Jersey and bring them over to Pennsylvania to have them filed, And then
That
we
was
had to hire an attorney to go amend your estate filing from 20 years ago. So all those things I remember as
that's a
being
good point. Yeah, that both of those were a surprise. It seemed like there was a steady progression of surprises, but those came in late,
right.
and it was just okay. We got it covered. Now we're good. Getting close, and then boom, we need somebody's estate file from New Jersey, and then we had the tax issue, but again, it got done. It's just you address the problem, and it got handled.
How did this sale impact you personally regarding like either financially, emotionally, or simple as peace of mind?
There's been a lot of requests in the mail. In fact, they're still coming. I just don't even answer them at this point. At some point, they're going to realize you're the owner or your company is. But
Right.
they do that through the tax records. But we're not getting any younger. You don't want to predict. In generations, they come and they go. And for this land, there's quite a few inheritors beyond us, our kids. And it would have been unmanageable if there were 20 people, let's say, as opposed to seven. So it would have eventually gone up for tax sale. And I was the one who started it saying, because I'm getting the letters, I'm paying the taxes on it, which were minimal. And I just said, hey, if we don't do this now, it'll never get done. And everybody agreed. And so I think it's a good closure that we all got together. I mean, it wasn't, nobody can, we all are retired, but you know what I mean? It's a good chunk of money, and everybody was happy because of the closure aspect that we got it done. So yeah, they're all happy about it.